Hey everybody, welcome to Developing with Swift, episode 4. And then in the next few videos, we're going to be talking about what kind of things we can put in our glass boxes of the variable and the constant. So, as you see here, what we did last time, we created a constant with an identifier of name, an assignment operator of equals, and the value is Matt. Now, Matt would be classified as a string. You can tell that it's a string because it starts off with a double quote, a word, and then ends with a double quote. So, I mean, we could have Matt is the greatest, and we're still under a string. Let's try to put an example together to give you a little better understanding of strings. So here we have a constant of name with a value of Matt. Let's add a couple more. I'm going to say let state equals Tennessee. Let city equals Chattanooga. And we'll put let country equal USA. So you can see all these represent strings. Double quote with the word and ends off with the double quote. Let's say we wanted to add these constants together to make an address. How would we do that? Well, there's a thing called string concatenation, which just is a fancy word for saying we're going to put the words together, the strings. We're going to add them together. So let's say let address equal, we'll put name for my name. Then we can use the plus sign. Then we'll put city, state, and finally country. And if we look over here, we have my name, we have the city, the state, and the country. But as you can see, that doesn't look very well. It's all scrunched up together. It's hard to read. It's missing some spaces. Well, how do we add those spaces in there? Well, we can go up to our name constants and state and add a space after each word. I guess we don't need one there. And you can see, okay, that's starting to look better. We could say we're going to put a comma there and comma there to make that look better. But what if we needed to use this name constant somewhere else, not printing an address? Do we want to show this name with the space in there again? No, there's a better way of doing it. So we can delete these spaces in here. And in string concatenation, we can just say, well, we'll add a space, just an empty string here of just a space, plus, and as you can see here on the right, we get our space. So we can do that for the other spaces we need. And then we can go in here and add our commas. So that's string concatenation, adding our constants together to form another constant, an address. There's one more way where we can add strings together, and that's called string interpolation. This is how we can write string interpolation. So we can say let address 2 equals, now to start the string off we do the double quotes, end quotes, then inside we'll do a backslash, parentheses, and inside the parentheses we can put in our constant name. You can see here on the right that we have a string with whatever is in the name. So if I change this to Tim, you can see that the string down here will update. So what this is doing, the backslash, parentheses, and the constant, or it could be a variable or another type, it's taking the value out of it and putting it in between the quotes. So we can go name, and since it's just one long string, we don't have to do the plus for the spaces. We can just write it out without the pluses. So name, space, then we go backslash, parentheses, we go city, space, backslash, parentheses, state, again, backslash, parentheses, country. And here we can just say, alright, well, after the state or city I want a comma, and after the state I want a comma. And just like that, we can write it out nice in one long string without trying to add these spaces uncomfortably. So if we wanted to add a street, we could say let street equals North Street. And we can come in here and just say backslash, parentheses, street, and we can add in the street. Just like that. Let's say we needed to add a house number to this address. Let's try to combine the house number and street. Let street address equals 459 plus our street, right, with concatenation. We're only getting 459 over here. Why is Xcode yelling at us? It's saying we cannot add with the plus these two types together because they're different types. One's of type string, or strings, and one's of type int, or integer, or number. So how can we add a house number to a street with a string? Well, let's start our string. Then we use our interpolation, 459, and then again add street. So now we have our 459 street. So if we want to add the street address in here, we need to put it above this address to line because it will be looking for street address, but it wouldn't have been created yet because it's below. So we need to add it at top and put street address here. And there you go. That's how you can concatenate strings, or you can use string interpolation and add it like that. Now that we've figured out how to create strings and concatenate or interpolate them, we'll take a look at integers or numbers in the next video. If you like this video, please like, comment, and subscribe.